I need you need to commit. I am holding you to this. The word is Shabbat, from which you get Shavuot. When you were little, if someone said things and you didn't know it was true, or you said something and they didn't believe you were true, or your friend's telling you something, your friend wanted to make sure, he'd say, swear. And you'd say, and then, okay, I swear. Swear and cross your heart. Swear and cross your heart and hope to die. Interesting, hope to die. Well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, here's the thing. The word, from which Shavuot comes from the word Shabbat, which means to swear. In Genesis 50, verse 24, Jacob, the blessings are given, and Joseph's given, the blessings are given at the end, and it says, God will bring you to the land he swore. He swore, and the word is Shabbat. God, Shabbat, he gave his oath. So the word Shavuot is linked to also swearing and oath. So you got a feast linked to the word that comes from swearing and oath. Here's another scene in the Bible. You wouldn't see it in English. God tests an old man and says, offer up your son, Abraham, offer up Isaac, and Abraham does. And at the end of the story, the end of the account, God says, don't touch the boy. He intervenes. He says, because you have done this, I will do this. And it says this, God says something very, very, very significant that only happens a few times in the Bible. In Genesis 22:16, it says, by myself I have sworn. I have sworn by myself. On the mountain of Jerusalem, God swears by himself. And the word for swear is Shabbat, is the root word for Shavuot. Now here's another thing that happens soon after. Abraham says after that, okay, we have to get a wife for my son Isaac. So he calls his servant, Genesis 24, and says, swear that you will not take a wife for my son here, but you will go back to my people and my home and seek a wife for him there. And the word for swearing is Shavuot or Shabbat. You get Shavuot again. What's the link between this? Beginning to put the puzzle pieces together? What's the link between swearing, an oath, and then Shavuot, 7 weeks, the Feast of Weeks, 7. Here's the link, and you should know it. You should know it now because the word 7 is linked to swearing in the Bible. If you have a name like Lisa or Elizabeth, Beth, it's the Hebrew Elisheva. Eli, my God, Sheva, same word, Sheva, means God is my oath, God is my swearing, God is my 7. What's the link? In Hebrew, they would swear 7 times. To swear, you would Shabbat yourself, you would swear 7 times. It means, 7 in the Bible means completion, fulfillment, fullness. You're swearing, I'm giving you my full oath. You swear, it is linked, I am. The same word that is I swear is I 7. A swearing is a 7. And so where does that appear? In the Bible, you see it there. You see this word, we looked at it, we saw the word in the angel speaking to Daniel about what God was going to do for Israel. Well, God, it's all linked to 7s. Well, God is in a sense swearing, I am giving my word, I am going to restore you. And I'm giving you my word that Messiah is going to come. So Joshua uses the word, I charge you. But it's again like a swearing, like an oath. From the offering of Isaac, God, Shabbat, he swears by himself. What? It says God will provide the lamb. And it says the name of the place there was called God will provide. What? The lamb will be provided in that place, which is what place? Jerusalem. The Lamb of God, Messiah, is going to come. God is swearing by himself. And from Abraham's marriage, same word, it's about swearing. Make sure. Well, so when the rabbis saw this feast of Shavuot, feast of 7s, they translated into Greek and said, okay, well, 7 times 7 is 49 plus 1 day is 50 days, so we'll call it in Greek the Feast of 50 Days, which is Pentecost. Pentecost. And so it says in Acts 2, when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were gathered in Jerusalem, and it says, then on that day the Spirit of God came. Now people read this, people in the church have read this for years, and maybe you too, when you first read this, or maybe still, when you read this in Acts 2, and it says the day of Pentecost is come, you think, what is it saying? It's telling you the day of the Spirit coming was come, but that's not what it's saying. What it's saying is, it's saying the feast of Shavuot had come, only after that did the Spirit come on that feast. That's what it means when it says the day of Pentecost. We say, well, the day of Pentecost, and we're saying we're talking about one day 2,000 years ago. That's fine, but the day of Pentecost is a holiday that comes every year before that and after that God used to fulfill it. So what does it have to do with the coming of the Spirit on this day called the Feast of Sevens? What is that about? Well, let's go back to one of those swearings. God swears by himself. That's an amazing concept. Because when you say that, what do you swear on? I swear on this. I swear on my mother, Because it's saying that what you do when you swear on something, it's like you're putting that up as collateral. You're saying, if that's not, I swear on my house, you're saying, I'm willing to give this up. I'm lifting this up as well. God swears by himself. What does that mean? It means God is putting himself up for collateral. It means God is, and it's amazing because God is actually going to put himself up to fulfill that promise to Abraham. He's actually going to lift up his own life on that mountain as the lamb. And that's also going to be linked to